This program is made possible in part with the funding provided by mHealth Fairview. Other parade sponsors include Beisel Built, Grandview Tire and Auto, Jerry's, North American Banking Company, Real Estate Simplified, Avador, and Think Bank.
Welcome to Edina's 2020 Virtual 4th of July Parade, brought to you by the City of Edina and the Edina Community Foundation. We thank you for joining us here today to celebrate everything we love about Edina: patriotism, music, commerce, serving others, sports, eating cake, eating candy. I am Tom Gump.
And I'm Leslie Grothe. We are the co-chairs of Edina's 25th Annual 4th of July Parade. We love the parade and being with all of you in person every year. This year is a little bit different, but still very special. We are excited to bring you highlights of previous parades with music, entertainment, and our veterans.
The theme for this year's parade is celebrating community milestone anniversaries. Not only is it the 25th anniversary of the parade, but we also honor the following anniversaries of our 4 Grand Marshals: the Edina Crime Prevention Fund, celebrating its 50th anniversary; the League of Women Voters, celebrating the first 100 years of women voting; the first John Philip Sousa Memorial Band, celebrating its 50th anniversary; and the Edina Human Rights and Relations Commission, also celebrating its 50th anniversary. You will hear from a representative of each of these organizations today.
Before we start the parade, we want to thank our presenting sponsor, mHealth Fairview. mHealth Fairview is dedicated to taking exceptional care of you and your family every day.
Now, we'd like to turn it over to our MC for the day, Dave Dickey.
Thank you, Tom. I think this is the first year, since we're all going to be inside, that we're actually going to pray for rain. So let's get this thing started right. For the first time in history of the Edina 4th of July Parade, the Edina High School Marching Band. Thank you to the Edina schools for sharing that wonderful performance of the Edina High School Marching Band. Now, just as we always do, we're going to start the parade with the Edina Police Escort and Fire Department. The Edina Public Safety teams kick off today's parade. The motorcycle officers are followed by the Edina Fire and Rescue and Inspections Department, featuring an ambulance, tower ladder truck, and staff members' families. It's always nice to see Edina's finest in the parade and not in my driveway. The motorcycle officers are sponsored by the Edina Crime Prevention Fund. Our first Grand Marshal is to be recognized. Here are Grand Marshals Denny Metzel and Pacey Irk, representing the Edina Crime Prevention Fund, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year.
Well, the Edina Crime Prevention Fund was formed in 1970. There was a violent home invasion that took place about a year earlier, in which the homeowner died as a result of the home invasion. For about 30 years, the primary mission of the Crime Fund continued as a source of rewards, but in about 2000, the mission of the Crime Fund changed. It was determined that there were other programs that could be funded as well through the Crime Fund, the first of which was a formal canine program. Over the years, the Crime Fund was able to fund additional programs. 50 years, the Crime Fund has just grown stronger and stronger, again through the help of our of our citizens. I do have a favorite memory of past Edina 4th of July parades. I was on the city council, and I believe the year was 1996, when a group came to the city council. They said, we want to form a 4th of July parade for that year. But we knew it would take a lot of work, and we kind of said, are you really sure you can get a parade organized in about 3 months? And they were confident they could, and they did. It was a great parade, and I think that's my favorite memory.
Our Edina Police Department has an absolute wonderful community outreach program. We have a junior police program. The police go and meet the second and third graders at all of our elementary schools and develop a relationship with them. We have the neighborhood Night to Unite. I encourage all citizens to join in on their Night to Unite and meet the officers and the canine dogs and your officers on their motorcycles. And we have a wonderful class that the Edina Police Department puts out, the Citizens Academy class, where you actually can go and you are taught by the police department what they have to deal with. I want to extend a tremendous appreciation to all of our officers and department staff. We love you, we care about you, we want you to stay safe, and the Crime Prevention Fund is here for you. I went to all of your 4th of Julys, and I cannot tell you, my family would go early, so we would have front seats, and I would sit on my dad's lap until it started, and then you're excited because you're jumping up and down. And I'll tell you, the 4th of July, to bring the whole community together, there's just nothing better to participate in.
So community support is critical for our police department. When the officers feel that the community supports their efforts and what they are doing, it makes your job so much easier to do. When you're driving down the street and you're seeing people and they wave to you and they're smiling, and officers can stop and get out of the car and talk to kids, and everyone's comfortable and everyone appreciates what law enforcement is doing, that makes our job so much better. When things get tough, I hear a lot from our community on how well we do our job and how appreciative they are. And anytime I get a letter of appreciation, we make sure that all the officers are aware of it. We hang it in our roll call room. I appreciate the Crime Fund board, all the board members. Denny Metzel, John Barnett, Pacey, Ulrich, Mary Brindle is on the executive committee, and they really work hard to put things together and make things happen. And they are very instrumental in the whole operation of our Edina Crime Prevention Fund.
Today's parade is hosted by the Edina Community Foundation and the City of Edina. The Minnesota Police Pipe Band is a nationally recognized top-quality competition and performance pipe and drum corps. Established in 1963, the band performs throughout the year at parades, concerts, and competitions in the United States and Canada. They are also a major presence at funeral services for Minnesota police officers and firefighters killed in the line of duty. The City of Edina honors veterans during each and every 4th of July parade. More than 70 veterans are either marching or riding in our parade from all branches of the military. We salute these men and women who served in conflicts including World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and Operation Freedom in Iraq and Afghanistan. Thank you for your service. The Metro Marines is a veteran service organization representing the U.S. Marines. Membership is open to any Marine, male or female, who has served, is retired from, or is currently serving in the U.S. Marine Corps, or was a Navy corpsman who served with the Fleet Marine Force. How about a big hand for those who served so we can be free? Red Bull members range in age from 19 to 93, and their vehicles range from military mules to Humvees. Their interests range from World War II reenacting to static vehicle displays at World of Wheels, from convoys to honoring our country's veterans. The Red Bulls are an affiliate of the Military Vehicle Preservation Association, which has approximately 150 members, primarily in Minnesota and western Wisconsin, with members in 11 states and overseas. For many years, on the evening of July 3rd, we have held a mission briefing and dinner with the veterans who participate in the parade. Unfortunately, we will not be able to do that this year. However, we are honored to hear a few words from General Denny Schulstad about our veterans and their service.
Well, my wife and I have lived in Edina for the past 22 years, and we have been right on this corner every year for the 4th of July Edina Parade. Now, what makes this parade so special? Well, number one, there are thousands of people lining the streets on both sides. And number two, it's led by veterans. Veterans from World War II, there are a few of those, from Korea, from Vietnam, from the War on Terror, and from the Cold War. It's very important for us to remember and appreciate the veterans. It's quite appropriate that we're doing this today in front of the Veterans Memorial. That's a very special thing that Edina has done to honor the veterans of our country. They lead the parade and they're honored. The people salute, they cheer, they clap, and you have so few of them even shed a few tears when they're seeing these World War II and other heroes who are leading the parade.
River City Rhythm was founded to serve the Minneapolis-St. Paul area by Executive Director Bo Hansen in the fall of 2009. River City Rhythm competes locally in the Minnesota Percussion Association and nationally as part of the Winter Guard International World Championships.
Very entertaining.
These Edina Rotary Clubs are part of the Rotary International, and they do good in the world not only locally, but internationally. Minnesota Superheroes United is a group of superhero and villain character costumers who appear at charity events, parades, conventions, hospitals, and more. This unit is sponsored by the Rotary Club of Edina, our everyday superheroes in the community. Perhaps the superheroes can do something to rid our city of road construction. That's my villain. The first John Philip Sousa Band was formed in 1970 by a group of Edina High School graduates. The Sousa Band entertains year-round to packed houses at Edinburgh Park, Centennial Lakes, and parks throughout the Twin Cities. Here is Grand Marshal Scott Crosby, representing the first John Philip Sousa Memorial Band, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year.
We're called the first John Philip Sousa Memorial Band. When I graduated from high school, Edina High School in 1970, my friends from the band and myself decided we didn't want to see it go away so fast. We were actually the original flash band. We'd load up in our cars and drive to a close municipality like, go say, Lakeville, and form up in the street and march to their central park. And people were following us on their bicycles and wondering where we came from. The cops would get behind us with their lights on. Everybody thought somebody else asked the band to be there, but nobody did. We were just there. 1971 was our first 4th of July concert in Edina, and we played out in the parking lot outside of First Southdale National Bank, and we just showed up and played. Again, we were a flash band. And the next year, we played at Roslyn Park, which was then Cornelia Park, and that was the first time that there was fireworks in Edina at that park. And, you know, we've just evolved and we've had a great time, and we max out our audience at Edinburgh, and we get great big crowds wherever we go, and it's just been a fun time.
Performing now is the Edina Community Middle School Band.
Looks like our middle school band is coming ahead of the high wheelers, and we're going to accept that as they sound terrific.
It looks like they are. What a fun group. I remember marching in several summer bands during the summer.
I bet you do.
Established in 1965, the Carver County Sheriff's Mounted Posse is a volunteer organization that assists in the Sheriff's Office with security, crowd control, search and rescue operations, community and outreach activities, as well as special missions as assigned. Formed in 1999, the Jack Brass Band is the only New Orleans-style brass band in Minneapolis, and its members are the ambassador of the Crescent City's brass band tradition. The Jack Brass Band embraces the traditions of New Orleans jazz, at the same time adding old-time blues, rock, hip-hop, pop, funk, and reggae into their routines. Founded in 1998 by Amy Ballestad and Shelley Chenander, Chicks on Sticks explores the ancient and universal art of stilt walking. This is Chicks on Sticks. The Edina Football Association was founded over 50 years ago to bring organized football to the youth of Edina. The mission of the Edina Football Association is twofold. One, to offer the best football program that stresses leadership and responsibility along with teaching the basics and mechanics of football. And second, through fundraising and year-round training programs to support the Edina High School football program. Again, this announcer has seen none of that cash.
I play football because it builds character.
I play football because I love the game.
I play football to beat Eden Prairie.
I play football to hit people.
I play Edina football for the brotherhood.
I play football because I love the game.
I play football for fun.
I play football because I enjoy the sport a lot.
Why do I play football? Being Edina Hornet.
I play football for Edina.
I play football to score touchdowns.
The reason I play football is for the memories. Being on that field on Friday night is just electric. The atmosphere is crazy, and it's just something you guys do not want to miss out on. So make sure you guys become a Hornet.
Be a Hornet.
Be a Hornet.
Be a Hornet. Be a Hornet.
Be a Hornet.
Be a Hornet.
Under the direction of Matthew Wankin, the Lakeville North Band program has become a powerhouse of musical talent. From concert and jazz bands to the crowd-pleasing Lakeville North Panther Marching Band. The Lakeville North High School Marching Band consists of more than 200 members and maintains the traditional Big Ten style of marching and overall musical sound. The Lakeville North Panther Band has performed in nationally recognized bowl game parades and even a presidential inauguration parade.
Each of the puppets is operated by 3 adults, one side, and
the Edina City Council is represented by Mayor Jim Hovland and council members Ron Anderson, Mary Brendel, Mike Fisher, and Kevin Staunton. City Council meetings are open to the public and are held at City Hall every first and third Tuesday of the month to help out its citizens. My favorite city service is snow plowing. Whenever I go to the city of Minneapolis and have to deal with their snowy roads, I thank heavens I live in Edina. Here is Mayor Jim Hovland representing the city of Edina.
Well, good morning, everybody. This is Jim Hovland, your Edina mayor, and it is the 4th of July 2020. I'm standing in a spot next to City Hall where our film crew usually stands for the live parade, where we have 20,000 people gather on a beautiful, what seems like always a beautiful 4th of July morning to celebrate the 4th of July, the birth of the United States as a country. And it is a wonderful morning in Edina. The chairs usually get lined up along 50th Street a couple days in advance. No one's stealing chairs. I had some folks here from Florida one year, they couldn't believe it that people could put their chairs out so far in advance and have them still there the morning of the parade. And then let's not forget that class of 2020 who were born after 9/11 and now they're showing their resilience by graduating during a COVID pandemic. Really quite a tribute to them, and we're trying to figure out ways to celebrate them appropriately and really feel like we can't do enough for them. So this is Jim Hovland, your Edina mayor, signing off on the 4th of July, hoping that all of you are going to have a wonderful holiday and a wonderful end of the summer.
Good Samaritan United Methodist Church is a church that specializes in meeting the needs of the less advantaged. The church has been part of the parade for 4 or 5 years with 3 giant puppets. Each of the puppets is operated by 3 adults, one inside the puppet carrying the pole, 1 adult operating the right arm, and 1 adult operating the left arm. And the kids absolutely love them. Youth Impact Racing is a student leadership organization for 7 to 15-year-olds using remote control racing cards and go-karts. The kids learn valuable life lessons through racing. The instruments used by the panhandlers are from Trinidad, a relatively new instrument which originated as nothing more than a series of notes shaped from the bottom of an old oil barrel. The steel drums, or pans as they are known today, are of much higher quality than the typical oil barrel. All their pans are meticulously handcrafted by master tuner and builder Steve Lowry. Edina resident Dave Irie will be driving one of his vintage vehicles. His vehicles have been a part of the parade for many years. The Edina 4th of July Parade is one of 10 parades for the Richfield Marching Spartans this summer. The Spartans are directed by Elizabeth Winslow.
Great drums. Good crew.
The League of Women Voters is proud to be a nonpartisan, neither supporting nor opposing candidates or political parties at any level of government, but always working on the vital issues of concern to members in the public. Here is Grand Marshal Colleen Feige representing the League of Women Voters of Edina, which is celebrating the 100th anniversary of the League of Women Voters Minnesota.
Well, it is the 100th anniversary of the ratification of the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote. That is, most women were given the right to vote then. Women of color and indigenous women were not permitted to vote at that time, but they have since been permitted to vote. But I think that tells a story too, that the fight is not over to make sure that people get the right to vote, and that's one reason the League works so hard to grow, empower, and protect the vote by teaching people about voting, registering voters. I would like to thank the Edina 4th of July Parade Committee for putting this together. I know these are very odd times, and we would love to be marching on the 4th of July, but that's just not going to be possible this year. I also want to thank the helpers, and by the helpers, I mean the governor, the legislators, the healthcare providers, the people that work in the stores, the friends and neighbors, everybody that is taking care of us as a community.
Founded in 1983, the Cracker Jacks Drumline is a drumming ensemble for ages 15 and older, built to perform and entertain. The ensemble is designed for anyone to enjoy, as they invite the audience to be equal participants in their performance. They keep things light, fast, fun, and fresh. The Minnesota Equestrian Women's Drill Team consists of 15 members of all ages. They perform at local parades and county fairs throughout the summer. This will be the drill team's 14th year appearing in the Edina 4th of July Parade.
Happy 4th of July. We are the Minnesota Women's Equestrian Drill Team and have been part of the Edina 4th of July celebration for the last 18 years. It will be strange not to perform live for Edina this year. During the parade, we perform maneuvers, and one of the crowd favorites is the curbside salute. We seek out veterans or military service members and salute those groups and families. This year, our proverbial salute is to all of the essential workers. We miss you, Edina, and look forward to seeing you next year. Be safe, be kind, and look for the silver lining from the Minnesota Equestrian Drill Team. Have a happy 4th of July.
The Edina Baseball Association provides opportunities to play baseball for boys and girls in grades kindergarten through 12 that reside or attend school in Edina, Minnesota. Edina resident Jerry Chapman has been performing with various units of the Edina Parade for over 15 years with his patriotic-themed musical van.
Hi, happy birthday, America. My name's Jerry Chapman, and behind me is my Van Old Glory, and in the last 18 years we have rolled in every consecutive Edina 4th of July parade. Due to the unique circumstances we're having right now, I got an email from Leslie Groth, the coordinator for these activities, saying that this year's parade was going to be a virtual parade and suggesting that I submit a video requesting us to do a little film. This would be our 437th parade overall, and we're happy to be able to be here, at least virtually, if not in fact. God bless America!
The Daughters of the American Revolution is a national patriotic service organization of women and was founded in 1890. Members have proven lineal descent from one or more patriots in the American Revolution. The Monument Chapter was founded in 1900 and is one of 25 DAR chapters in Minnesota. The Minnesota International Chinese School is a nonprofit educational institution serving the local Chinese community by spreading the Chinese language and culture. Recognizing our 4th Grand Marshal of the Parade, Jim Nelson, current commissioner and former chair.
Well, I think the significance of the 50th anniversary is it's an opportunity both to reflect on the accomplishments of the city working with the Human Rights and Relations Commission, the accomplishments over the last 50 years, which includes the Domestic Partnership Ordinance, which was adopted before the legalization of gay marriage, our advocacy of affordable housing, our declaration of the city as a human rights city, our inclusion in our proposed comprehensive plan restatement of a specific chapter dealing with human rights issues. So we've accomplished a lot in the last 50 years, but it's also an opportunity to reflect on the somewhat mixed history of the city of Edina in terms of racial equity. And this is a great opportunity to recommit ourselves to the goals of racial equity and inclusiveness in the city.
Inso Deco offers loud, energetic performances that combine music, dance, culture, and pure athleticism. Edina Ultimate Green Lantern is currently one of the largest and most successful ultimate programs in the country. The club was originally founded in 2003 and has enjoyed incredible growth and success in recent years, thanks to the great leadership and support from parents and the Edina School District. Edina's own Jugheads have appeared in every 4th of July parade. Paul and Wendy Arneberg started this wonderful group when they were advisors for Wise Guys, an after-school activity program for preteen students in Edina. As interest in juggling grew larger and larger, they created Jugheads, which now involves hundreds of kids from Edina and neighboring cities. Members and alumni from Jugheads have performed all over the United States, winning awards for their extraordinary skill. Harmonic Relief Show Choir was formed in May of 2000 with a core of 7 friends who had sung in other musical organizations but wanted to expand further into pop, swing, Broadway, and vocal jazz music. From that small core of friends, the choir has grown to its current size. The group shares a love for close harmony and getting together to sing, dance, and entertain audiences while still having fun. Edina Girl Scouts, SU 138, has long been active in the Edina 4th of July Parade. The Edina Swim Club is a youth swim club with over 300 members from ages 6 to 18, plus a master's program for those between ages of 18 to 99. These swimmers will participate in competitions all over the country, as well as locally. Brio Brass has delighted and entertained audiences throughout Minnesota's Twin Cities metro area since 1999. Formed of over 50 adult musicians, Brio Brass is a non-traditional rockin' brass band.
You gotta love that. They sound great.
After 20 years of cooperative wrestling programs with Richfield Public Schools, Edina is now offering its own wrestling team. The Edina Girls Fast Pitch Association offers travel fast pitch softball for Edina girls ages 6 to 14. EGFA softball goals include having fun, teaching the rules and skills of fast pitch softball, encouraging good sportsmanship, teamwork, and building self-confidence. Normal University brings the excitement of live jazz. They perform jazz standards, Brazilian sounds, Latin jazz, funk, blues, and so much more.
Plus he's doing it on a beanbag chair. That's impressive.
The Edina Basketball Association provides winter basketball opportunities for kindergarten through 12th graders in Edina. Edina Garden Council is composed of 5 individual garden clubs. The members meet in the city greenhouse at Arneson Acres Park in the winter to plant many of the flowers planted in Edina parks. The members also conduct an annual plant sale. The sale happens on Mother's Day weekend. Proceeds are used to improve city parks and provide horticulture scholarships. The Edina Historical Society is Edina's local history museum and maintains historical artifacts donated over time which reflect Edina's history.
Several years.
The Edina Chorale is a place where singers come to rediscover and extend their musical lives. Most members sang in high school and college choirs, and many were trained in the fine Minnesota choral traditions. Some singers find Edina Chorale midlife when careers are stable and children are becoming more independent. Edina Chorale is proud of the lifetime of choral singing the group represents.
Hi, I'm Becky, here representing the Edina Chorale, the community choir that's based in Edina, with members from throughout the Twin Cities. And I just want to say we're really missing singing for you this year in the parade, but want to send our greetings. We just have great memories of singing, having crowds along the parade route sing along with us, waving our flags, wearing all our patriotic gear. So we look forward to seeing you next year. Have a great 4th of July, everybody.
Edina Lacrosse Association promotes playing lacrosse. Edina Soccer Association services over 2,300 children of Edina, providing a fun and educational environment for all levels of play. They have been active in the community for over 40 years. Minnesota Traditional Morris is a men's English folk dance team dancing in the style of Morris, originating in the Cotswold Hills of central England. Hence, the style is known as Cotswold Morris. It's exuberant, boisterous, and vital fun. The purpose of the Braemar-City of Lakes Figure Skating Club is to promote and encourage the sport of figure skating under the auspices of and according to the guidelines of the United States Figure Skating Association. The Aqua Jesters began in 1946 by a group of executives in the Minneapolis area. It was a great way to entertain the kids during the Aquatennial celebration parades. The club is now a mixture of men and women of all ages who enjoy volunteering their time throughout the year entertaining. Edina Cub Scouts are a staple in the 4th of July parade every year and are made up of several scout troops within Edina. We love the Scouts. Every year they march second to the end and clean up the trash along the route. The Zing-Rays are a 4-piece rock group that performs classic rock from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. The Zing-Rays are truly a musical experience and play a wide variety of rock music. Whether it's classic rock and roll, surf classics, R&B, blues, or country, they play it all.
Hello, Edina 4th of July Parade Committee. We're the Stevens family, and we're Falun Gong practitioners from the Minnesota Falun Dafa Association.
Falun Gong is a mind and body exercise and meditation practice. We follow the principles of truthfulness, compassion, and forbearance in our everyday lives. We have experienced increased well-being and improved health, as well as improved relationships.
We're disappointed that we're not able to participate in this year's wonderful parade. I think our favorite part of the parade is marching, drumming, and seeing all of your smiling faces.
Thank you for including us in your parade every year and allowing us to spread this wonderful practice to your community. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy 4th of July, Edina. We're here in the Twin Cities Beach Blast Milk Carton Boat Race Warehouse, where we're getting ready to race on Sunday, July 19. We're racing and building sandcastles virtually this year so we can beat down Corona. We wish we could be there in person and be in your parade, but happy 4th.
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Hello, Edina. It's Congressman Dean Phillips wishing all of you a happy and very meaningful 4th of July. I'm saddened that we couldn't be together for what was one of my very favorite events of the year, the Edina 4th of July Parade. And I'm going to miss running down 50th, giving you all high fives and hugs. But I'm thankful that you're all safe and taking care of your families and our community during this unprecedented crisis for all of us. And as you may know, I spent my very formative years in Edina. I went to Highland School, and I played hockey for Edina West back when there was an Edina West. Here's the evidence right here. And my Edina teachers and coaches and community played a significant role in shaping me into the person that I am today. And I'm doing everything that I can to return the favor as your representative in Congress. And as many of you know, I'm on a mission to inspire conversation, cooperation, and respect in our politics, not just in Congress, but in our neighborhoods and throughout our entire nation. We're going to get through these difficult days, I can promise you that, and we're going to do it together. So I hope to see you soon, and until then, be safe, be kind, and keep the faith, everybody.
Our Edina
Before we sign off, we'd like to thank the city staff, especially Jennifer Benarat, the parade team members who put today's parade together, and the co-chairs specifically, Tom Gump and Leslie Grothy. On behalf of the Edina Community Foundation and the City of Edina, thanks for watching. Have a safe and happy 4th of July, and we look forward to seeing everyone in person next year with sunscreen for the 26th annual Edina 4th of July Parade. The parade would not be possible without the generosity of many sponsors over the years, particularly our presenting sponsor, M Health Fairview, and those that have made a multi-year commitment, Built, Grandview Tire and Auto, Jerry's, North American Banking Company, Real Estate Simplified, Avador, and Think Bank. I'm Dave Dickey saying so long, everybody.